which can also overlap. For instance, words and phrases from the realm of sales can also apply to management or finance under a variety of circumstances. This book presents 500 words and short expressions from a variety of different business categories. Some of these words and phrases will no doubt be familiar to you, at least in the sense that you may have heard them before. Others may be entirely new. But there's a good chance you may be encountering this material for the first time in a business context. Some terminology may seem academic and technical, yet this is also important to understand for anyone who really wants to see how the worlds of money and commerce function. Each chapter of the book introduces approximately 25 words. First presented is an informal conversation using the vocabulary and context. Then we discuss each word or phrase and its definition. Finally, we reinforce the word and its meaning with another example in a sentence. There are 4 chapters on banking and finance, 4 on marketing, and 4 on negotiation. Other chapters focus on sales, entrepreneurship, human resources, e-business, leadership, and remote working. The book's intention is to be entertaining, informative, and inspirational, and to encourage you to learn more about the topics that are covered. There certainly is a lot more to discover. You will hear familiar words appearing in a new context, along with strange or technical-sounding words and phrases. This is certainly not the last word, so to speak, on the vocabulary of business, but it's a good start toward a wider and deeper understanding. If you return to the book more than once, and gain some real familiarity with the language, you can go on to use terms like SWOT matrix and roll the tortoise in your own everyday vocabulary. Along with the informative effect of these chapters, one other aspect of the book deserves special attention. You may be amazed to see just how much the language and thinking styles of high technology have become the mainstream of business communication. Perhaps one could argue that this isn't surprising in a world where at least half the people on any busy street are talking on or looking at their smartphones. On the other hand, strange as it may seem, 2 decades ago, not many people even owned a smartphone. Now the smartphone owns us. Technology has not only changed the physical means of our communication, but also the content of what we say and how we think. As you'll see in these chapters, today's business discourse is irreverent, uncensored, ironic, and unsentimental. It would also have been completely incomprehensible a few years ago. As the world changes, language changes with it, and both are changing very fast. Thank you for reading, and please enjoy the book. It's like putting socks on an octopus, and if you don't know what that means right now, you will know very soon. How to use the 30-day program. My promise to you, as described in the title of this book, is to enable you to add the 500-plus words that you will learn to your own vocabulary, available for your daily use within 30 days. This is an ambitious goal, and one that is highly achievable if you simply commit to following the program. You will find this is a systematic process for learning and then reviewing the words on a daily basis. You will notice that each chapter suggests the specific days in the 30-day program to focus on those words. First intensive review. On the suggested day, read the chapter in full when you are in a place where you can give it your full attention. Then go back and read everything out loud. Next, review again in an intensive way. Research into what is called superlearning has demonstrated that if you study in a relaxed and distraction-free state of mind, your retention of the information increases dramatically. For this intensive learning, find a quiet place where you will not be disturbed. Sit on a comfortable chair or couch. Close your eyes and slowly breathe 10 times, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Count down each breath slowly from 10 to 1. When you get to 1, you should be very relaxed, focused, and distraction-free, perfect for an intensive review of the information. Finally, your 4th and final review for the given day will be within 5 minutes before bedtime. You might want to keep this book by your bedside so you can review just before going to sleep. Superlearning.